Well, poor people like to eat too. Do you help them at all? Well, they can garden. Let them garden. Yeah, but the soil's so contaminated in some places that you can't eat what you grow anymore.
Well, that's just propaganda.
Hi. I bet you're just dying to know who said that. Well, keep watching, because we're going to tell you. I'm Sharon A. Baum for Earthstar Radio, and we have a special interview for you today with Earthstar Radio's own Crud Radon and a special mystery guest that I think you're going to find interesting, to say the least. Over to you, Crud.
And this is Crud Radon with Earthstar Radio. This week's rendition of In the Shadows. And in the shadow today, as you can see, we have a figure here who is from the New World Order. Yes, the shadow government is in our presence here right now. We'll call him Mr. NWO. How are you doing there today, Mr. NWO?
I'm just great, thank you.
So tell me, what is the shadow government that we all hear about all the time? There really is such a thing, isn't there?
Oh, but of course, the Shadow World government is a small band of the chosen ones. We're the rich and powerful.
Now wait a minute, chosen by who?
By history.
I never voted for you.
Listen, the New World Order is really the Old World Order. We've been around a long time. We have a lot of money and a lot of power. The real shot callers.
I think the New World Order is a New World Odor, but you ask me about that. It smells kind of bad. Something smells bad here.
Oh, gross!
Well, if you're thinking of the crude oil, we've got Iraq.
Ouch!
Now, that's a pretty strong odor, isn't it?
Oh, it smells pretty good to us. It smells like money. Money.
That was freaky.
So what is the shadow government? Can you tell us a little bit about how it works?
Sure. We own the banks, the corporations, and we own government.
So how do you own a government?
We buy the politician.
And how much does a politician cost?
As much as it takes.
Warning. Whenever it takes, you got the money because you own the world economy, I guess, don't you?
Warning. You're getting the picture, Crud.
So when we all talk about these big national debts and everything like that, you're the guy that we owe all the money to then, is that correct?
Well, that's right. We have some pretty good methods. We go destroy a country, and then we finance it getting fixed up at a good interest rate, and the country has to pay us forever and ever because of the interest on the loan. So we have a good system going for it.
So how much money do you have? How rich are you?
I'm a trillionaire.
A trillionaire? $1,000 billion is how much you have?
Plus or minus a few billion.
Wow, I've never heard of anybody so rich. So what do you do with all your money?
Anything I want.
It's a secret.
Do you ever want to help those that are less fortunate? Do you ever give any back to your community in any way or shape or form?
Well, why should we do that? We feel that we're giving enough to the community, just giving them a dream that they'll never be able to achieve but believe they can. So we're giving them a false hope.
What do you do with all your money?
We buy up countries.
So how much does a country cost? If you wanted to buy, let's say, Germany, how much would it cost?
Well, it'd be a little expensive because first you'd have to convince the people to privatize everything.
Help!
And you own the media too, I suppose. That must be important to being a rich trillionaire.
Well, but of course, that's how we control the disinformation that the public gets so that they have the right story. You know, get it? The right story.
Busted.
Now, let me ask you a question here. Now, there's a group of people called the Earth Federation, and they believe in a world government based on peace and justice, no war.
Hallelujah!
You know about these people?
Oh, yes, indeed. The trouble with the Earth Federation movement is that it put us out of business.
They put you out of business. Well, that's a good reason right there to go support them, I think.
Look, they want things like democracy, real democracy. They think that healthcare ought to be a right and not a privilege. Can you imagine how much money we'd lose if healthcare were free?
What do you do with all your money anyway? I mean, if you're going to lose it all, you might as well lose it for something useful.
Useful? We help people out of their misery.
How do you do that?
Well, a lowly paid worker with that low income, he'll die a little sooner, so we put him out of his misery a little sooner.
And you think that's funny, letting people die earlier so you can save the government money?
Crud, let me give you the facts. The facts are that in the world today, we don't need all of the workers because of the technological advances. So all around the world, we have a bunch of, shall we say, useless eaters.
Useless eaters. He says that a lot of the people out there are useless eaters. I suppose you must think that about the people occupying Wall Street then, don't you?
I think they're whiners. I just think they're whiners. Go home and eat your Cheerios and leave us money people alone. We're doing fine. We don't need your attention.
You're fired!
Oh, really?
Sorry to interrupt you, Crud, but I have a question for our mystery guest that I think our audience would be very interested in knowing an answer. What about 9/11?
Some people think that it was an inside job. So what?
Well, was it an inside job?
Of course.
There you have it, everybody. 9/11 was an inside job, as we have our special Mr. NWO from the Shadow World Government telling you the straight truth about what's really going on.
But as sly as George W. is, he just is too dumb to have planned that.
Please try not to be offensive.
Well, you're offensive. You're very offensive. And I think the New World Order describes you better than the New World Order.
We've been running the world for a long time. And for you to insult us, I mean, we're even in America, that beautiful club on the Russian River.
Oh, you must mean the Bohemian Grove. This man is part of the Bohemian Grove. What do you go up there every year, don't you?
Look, when you're running the world, you need a little bit of R&R, rest and relaxation. And the Bohemian Grove is a great place to just lay back, cremate care.
Cremate care? How do they do that? They burn this big owl or something like that?
Oh, it's just a little bit of a symbol to remind us that even the rich and powerful need a little bit of time off.
Wow, so you go up to Bohemian Grove and you probably go to the Bilderberg's meetings and you're probably in the Trilateral Commission too, isn't he?
We have to have these places where we could discuss how we're going to run the world.
Well, these all street occupations are going on all over the world right now, and they don't like people like this, Mr. NWO. The man in the shadow, as you can see here. Yes, this is Earthstar Radio's In the Shadows, signing off till next time.
we've been having some fun tonight, but the truth of the matter is, everything we've discussed here is based on reality. So go get your pencils. We're going to do you a favor. At the end of this video, we're going to throw up some websites where you can go check out everything we've discussed today. At a bare minimum, I guarantee you, you're going to come up with some questions. And if you want some answers, please visit the websites of the Earth Federation, because we talk about the problems a lot and we need to look at the solutions. That's it. Good night from Earthstar Radio.